call it? Language.
Yeah.
Now, language, believe it or not, is a religion.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a tough one because everyone said, oh, I speak and this and that. But you were not born innately with that language. That
No.
which you have to be taught is not natural.
Mm-hmm.
Language and time are not natural phenomena. Money is obviously a way in which someone has stolen your value and put it onto paper. But those other two things, when you come out as a child, you're speaking your what is perceived Google Gaga, but you're actually speaking your own language. We in our courses have gone on to prove that you have
Wow.
language within you and you can communicate the words for every single thing in this world. You have a term from in yourself naturally, and you're not even aware of this language until someone pushes you and says try it, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden you have terms. But what everyone has done is literally the way in which language works. Let's give this is people say a word, and then as a result of the word that they use, you create a picture in your mind. If a word doesn't have an image, it's deemed abstract because you can't actually see what is being said. So what tends to happen is someone will say something, you don't listen, you build an image in your mind. You build like a mini movie taking place, basically putting what the person has said into some sort of logical sequence within yourself. And then after you've done that, you sit there, you have a conversation and say, well, does that make sense? Is this? Is this that? And then you're actually engaging with what the person says in an emotional, sort of visual image way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're teaching a language, what you have to do is rob the child of their natural images that they have for their words, and you impose a different set of images with a corresponding sound. So what tends to happen is you will say a word, a child will be taught a set of words, given a set of images to now correspond with those words. So now when a language is being used, you now only have those words in order to create the images that you see in your mind.
Yeah. That was another very powerful thing that we learned, in that if we can't turn words into pictures, we can't actually store it in our minds and be
Thank
able to translate it into things that we can adopt. So we have to visually see these words, which is why a language for us has become so important. Tell us a little bit about how we access this language.
this language, sorry, my screen may have frozen, but
Yeah.
again, hopefully you can hear me clearly. This language is something which you have, this is where you start moving into the innate part of yourself, the part of you that as a child knows how to walk, learns how to talk, learns how to be able to, you know how it is, a baby is born, and one of the few things human babies have is that they know how to look for the mother's breast. They
Mm-hmm.
know how to search their mouth and take that action. That is one of the programs that are inbuilt in them. The
Yeah.
same with their sexual attitudes to life and stuff like that. There is a whole set of programs that are innately built inside you, which ultimately you find come on cue at certain times in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And your language is also part of that. So we really just put your mind in a state where you can bring it forward and shut down the English or whatever French or whatever language that has been uploaded to you that has robbed your ability to go within yourself to see how much you're really capable of. When you're
Yeah.
speaking your own language, it's not what we call English select. Because in English, you're always trying to select the right word for the
Mm-hmm.
environment you're in. So a lot of your power is lost in the actual selection of the word according to who you're talking to. If it's
Yeah.
someone you perceive as higher than yourself, you're more demure, you're more soft in your
Yeah.
delivery. Whereas if it's someone you feel is your equal, you're more comfortable, you're more relaxed. So you're always changing your words and tones and everything according to your environment. When you're speaking in your actual language, it's raw strength, it's raw power, and you see the vibration of the room and the vibration of everything around you. changes much more dramatically because you're communicating with your energy as opposed to you're communicating with somebody else's energy. And again, you're always more in a apologetic state unless you've lost yourself or lost your control. And then that's a whole nother subject of energies
Yeah.
taking over your mouth and then having you speak on their behalf.
So in essence, there's so much that we have to unlearn and then relearn, which is all of that at our core